This boy was only 6 years old, yet he had already found himself on the battlefield. He was the youngest soldier in the unit. His small body hauled heavy ammunition, rushing back and forth through the trenches. Explosions erupted around him, and he could only crawl forward with his body pressed against the ground. War could take his life at any moment. His name was Sergei. Not long ago, he had a loving family and a normal childhood. But the war soon reached his hometown. Bullets struck down the villagers, and flames consumed the entire village. Amid the chaos, Sergei was the only one who escaped. He climbed over a fence, ran across a field, and glanced back one last time. The firelight reflected on his young face. It was the last time he ever saw his home. Sergei ran into the forest and quickly lost his sense of direction. He helplessly called out for his mother again and again, but the only response was the distant roar of artillery. Even so, Sergei did everything he could to survive. When he was hungry, he ate blueberries from the woods. When he was thirsty, he caught rainwater in his hands. When his shoes fell apart, he wrapped pieces of bark around his feet. Whenever he came across wild animals, he could only grab a branch to defend himself. Later, Sergei reached a river and knelt down to drink. Just as he was about to leave, he heard voices nearby. He immediately hid inside a hollow tree. The moment he looked up, he saw a snake hanging directly above him. Sergei held his breath. He didn't scream, and he didn't run away. He simply covered his mouth tightly with both hands, because he knew the 3 German soldiers nearby were far more dangerous than the snake. After the soldiers left, Sergei finally came out of hiding and gathered the food they had left behind. In a forest like that, even adults would have trouble surviving, let alone a child. Once his body and mind reached their limits, Sergei finally collapsed. Fortunately, a scout on patrol found him and brought him back to the camp. When the soldiers saw the injured boy, they quickly gathered around him. After waking up, Sergei was still shaking. Even so, he got to his feet and reached out his hand to the commander. Looking at the small and polite boy, the commander, who was known for being strict, showed a rare moment of kindness. Someone asked him what had happened to his parents. As soon as he heard the question, Sergei could no longer hold back his emotions. He said, "My aunt told me my mother is gone because the front line was too dangerous." Sergei was sent to a hospital behind the lines for treatment. There, almost everyone grew fond of him, especially Nurse Katya. Not long afterward, the commander came to visit him on the battlefield. He was always serious and tense. Only in front of Sergei did he show a genuine smile. Sergei wanted to hold a rifle, so the commander removed the magazine and let him handle it for a moment. Sergei also lifted his shirt to show him a tank he had drawn. Nurse Katya suggested that they keep the boy with them, but the commander immediately refused. His answer was firm, because this was a military camp. It was too dangerous, and no place for a child. At the same time, Sergei's presence reminded the soldiers what they were fighting for. Living in that environment for so long, Sergei was deeply influenced by it. The young boy began to admire firearms, because he understood that those weapons were the only way to fight